MS patients. How you doing? I want to finish say good morning, Vietnam, but we ain't in Vietnam, right? I don't know. I always like when he said that in the movie. But I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm just gonna talk some just to get people coming in and go ahead and share this right quick. And if you don't mind sharing this, I totally appreciate it because I can't share a lot. I share more than 3 times. Facebook put me in jail. So if you could please provide the necessary share minutes to all these lovely other patients and people that would love to hear the message about multiple, can't even say it right, multiple sclerosis today because this is MS Monday. And I don't know. I feel like this is going to be a good episode. So let me go ahead and get some of this shared right quick. So just bear with me for those that are watching. Just give me one moment. Give me a couple of minutes to go ahead and share this right quick. Sharing it, sharing it, sharing it, sharing it. Oh, sharing it. Oh, sharing it. I am sharing it. Oh, I am sharing it. Yeah. All right. Got that. Shared in Messenger. Let's see. Got this share. Got that share. We're gonna leave it like that. Sent. That's shared. Okay. Get a couple more shares. And I started early because I done sat up here and scheduled my barbershop appointment at the same time I was supposed to do the live. You know, we normally do MS Monday at 3 o'clock. But yes, I scheduled myself on top of the show, so we started it early today. And this is not the actual topic that I was going to be talking about, but I think this is an important topic to be talking about. And it's something that I posted on my personal page. And after reading something that another MS warrior stated, and it kind of just blew my mind because I felt like this is something that needs to be known. And it just may be people are like seriously thinking like this and being silent. Well, not thinking, but actually being silenced um, due to MS is being like denounced or whatnot and being capitalized on by monetary value, and which I understand definitely now more than ever after reading what was stated, how when I'm trying to, because I got this thing that I started called Steps Against MS, and I'm trying to raise money myself. Me and my fiance, we started a thing last year where we give out $100 Visa gift cards to random MS warriors, and I'm raising money in order to do that on top of a little fundraiser with donating steps, right? Um, and I've shown proof. The MS Warriors that have gotten the cars, they've sent us pictures, they've posted us, they tagged us. So just to show people evidence that I'm actually doing what I said I was doing, right? So you got these big corporations, and don't quote me on saying that these corporations are doing this thing, but these are the names that I know, like the MS Foundation and the MS Society. Now, I can say that they actually have helped me. I've called a couple of times in need of financial assistance. I've had my phone, not my phone, my light bill being paid for, rent being paid for, I'm actually in a situation of where needing an air condition. We were provided a portable air condition. They give you like a $500 allowance and they send it out to you. So I'm not saying what. Hello, Jalissa, how you doing? Please share this, ma'am, because unfortunately I can't share it as much as I want to. But I just I have posted. I'm gonna read you what I post. All right, multiple sclerosis is a thing. Um, and I was expressing how a lot of people didn't know what I went through from the time that I got diagnosed to now. I've briefly on lives and to my family members have discussed about a couple of few things that happened to me. I've just never really gone in depth. And it was due to a sense of kind of like how I see other warriors that respond to, I don't really want to talk about it. No one is really going to listen, or I don't want to be judged because I'm already being judged due to the fact of possibly the age that the warrior got diagnosed. Because sometimes people tend to, especially if you're younger, they look at, you know, what you ever came for. And that's why I just posted, what does handicap look like? What part of the definition of, let me look up what the definition of handicap means. That's what I need to do. Let me see what that handicap means. Let's see. Define handicap. Yes, I am Googling it. Handicap. Handicap, a circumstance that makes progress or success difficult. That's one. A verb. Act as an independent to. Lack of funding has handicapped the development of research. I don't like those. But let's see, there's more. A disadvantage imposed on a superior competitor in sports such as golf, horse racing, and competitive sailing in order to make the uh, hmm, uh, wow. Let's see. Place someone at a disadvantage. So, in a nutshell, we're at a disadvantage. If you're considered handicapped, you're at a disadvantage. So, you look at a person like myself and how I am walking. And if I come to you and I tell you that I am handicapped, and then you see me pick up a rock, I'm pretty sure you're going to be like, where and how? That doesn't mean that I'm not handicapped if I'm able to do particular work that you deem handicapped people should not be able to do. Only thing for me that tells me is that you're only looking at handicap in one way. You're looking at it if I'm sitting in a wheelchair or to a point of my mobility is gone. There are a lot of people that are handicapped due to mental illness. Not saying that they can't do anything physical, but there's something going on mentally. So, with that being said, I want to say this. Boop. Looking at the definition of why are they like that? Let me do it like this. Looking at the definition of what MS is, a disease in which the immune system eats away at the protective covering of nerves. And MS, resulting nerve damage, disrupts communication between the brain and the body. Multiple sclerosis causes many different symptoms, including vision loss, pain, which for some reason doctors have refused to believe MS causes pain. There are a lot of patients going into the doctor right now saying, geez, doc, I am hurting and can you give me something? What you hurting for? I had a slightest idea. I think it just may be my MS. It's all in your head. And, you know, somebody hit me with, actually, if you think about it, it is kind of in our head because that's where our lesions are. So they are not lying about that. But I'm in pain, fatigue, and impaired condition. The symptoms, severity, and duration can vary from person to person. So just because that MS warrior is in a wheelchair and I am walking does not mean that I am not handicapped due to my multiple sclerosis. And a lot of people are misconstrued about that. Some people may be symptom free most of their lives, while others can have severe chronic symptoms that never go away. Physical therapy and medication that suppress the immune system can help with symptoms and slow disease progression. So, with that being said, again, what does handicap look like? It can look like anything. If anything is impairing you to be what you consider a full self, authentically, I'm saying, because some people they're trying to uh, fool the system to a degree, but to the point of the silence I'm referring to. So I'm not going to name the person. I'm just going to state just read a couple of sentences that this person said. When told that I have multiple sclerosis, people have the attitude of, oh, only MS, you'll be all right. So a lot of these illnesses have been political, have become political, and it's another word I don't want to use, but I can't say it right, so excuse me. But it's become political to the point to where it's not deemed important on a political standard. So, and not to trigger anybody and say that breast cancer is not important, but do you not know how many other cancers are out there? Is a lot, but you only see a lot of push going towards breast cancer and possibly what other cancer that is with the men, prostate. You see a lot of prostates. And again, I'm not saying that other cancers are not visible and people are not going out and protesting and are trying to do support rallies for this, but you just mostly hear about breast cancer. Ladies, go get your breast checked and all this. So, but MS, other diseases that are incurable, you really don't hear about. There's no push about it. We finally have one commercial that is in rotation, like seriously rotation, and that's the Ocrevus medication. Now, I am on Ocrevus myself. I know a lot of other MS warriors that are on Ocrevus. I don't know how they're doing with it. Me personally, after talking to my last primary care doctor, she made a great statement about if you're not getting worse, obviously it's doing something. And I had to look at it like that. But it's not stopping me from trying to figure out if I can find some holistic form of way of life that I can do to get off of some of this medication, because at the end of the day, a lot of these drugs end up disrupting other things in your body. So MS may not kill you, but underlying issues will. So, the thing about the people having the attitudes of you'll be okay, especially when someone sees me, the first thing is, oh, well, you don't look sick. So I go back to it. What does handicap look like? Even people with breast cancer, you can't sit and say that one particular person with breast cancer is going to look like that other particular person with breast cancer. They're two different people. And the type of chemo that they take or drugs that they are given, one may die earlier than the other, or they both just may live a fulfilled life and until however long. So the person keeps going about they stopped talking about their multiple sclerosis because they were being judged. And I hate that this is a true statement to the reason why a lot of MS warriors are just locked in Facebook groups. Like seriously, they're locked in Facebook groups, and that is the only place that they're speaking what's going on with them, because in this group, there are other people like us, and they are the only people that are going to understand. At least that's what we think and we hope, because you do have some other warriors that are, I'm just go ahead and say it, pricks, booties. No matter what illness, you always have somebody that's a just a one of those words. But it's just sad that we're silenced. And you, with her being an advocate, um, there's things that she's been gag ordered not to speak about, because again, social media has become sensitive. People have become sensitive because they're social media. Um, Ms. Webb said most people see handicap as an altered outer physical appearance. That is true. Going back to what I was stating earlier, that there are so many people right now walking around with a handicapped mind, an illness that is going on where you can't see. And multiple sclerosis is exactly that. That is something that's going on in the mind, the spine, the whole nervous system. And just because it hasn't impaired us, that doesn't mean that we don't have an issue. I was telling my fiance a little bit earlier, I think this year I parked in the handicap place, and I've had possibly like two people like literally bend over just to see, just to make sure that I did have a handicap decal or a license plate. And I even had one of the little police folks that go around in a little parking lot and make sure you have double back around and check. And it's just funny to me. Um, and to be honest, I do it only I my mindset is not to just park in it because I got multiple sclerosis. I park there due to that, especially during the summer. I know once I get out and I go in the store that I'm normally going in, I'm in there for a while and I'm walking around. And as soon as I come out and the heat hits me, I get drained real quick. So to have the car closer is a better fit for me. Um, but even if I have a parking space that's like even closer but not handicapped, I choose that too, because I know there are older people also that just may need that. But um again, it's sad that volunteers and people who are trying to advocate, which I've been asked, why won't you start a group? Talk to huh, oh no, you talk to the MS Society and start a group in the city that I'm in. And I really don't want to, because I feel I want to start a group here, physical group. I do want to make I Can Beat MS physically here in Albany and start a group. And the process is just going on in my head. But I just I don't want to talk to those, and I'm gonna call them corporations, even though that they are nonprofit per se, but still they get a lot of fundings. And just like I did a little fundraiser with Custom Ink, um, in order to get the shirts out, I did 100 shirts. I was hoping that I could get 100 shirts sold, but I only had several people, and those several people that participated in that fundraiser, you know what? I appreciate it. I'm not saying anything about everybody. I shared this like pew, like seriously. I shared. I got maybe like 5,000 friends on Facebook. I shared. And I can honestly say thank you for those that took the time. The people that did do it, they have actually personally here recently have been hands-on with me and has known my struggle within these couple of days. a little bit more than others. So I'm not saying I'm not surprised about it. Maybe you want that too, but it's just it's so weird how people pick and choose what to support, and sometimes it's only because they don't know it. Look it up. Go out, Google. You Google everything else. You Google about trends. So if somebody posts something about an illness, look it up. Look it up. Um, Before I continue, because this funny thing happened. Leaving Walmart, there was a woman with 3 containers of water in her buggy, and I stopped on the side and I said, "Hey, you need help?" And she was like, "You know what? I'm looking around and I'm trying to see if I could find anyone to help me." So you came in a nick of time, and so I helped her with bottles of water. And she was like, she was not parked in the handicap. She didn't have a handicap tag nor a handicap decal, and she was parked far away from the store. And after I helped her put the waters in, she was like, "Yeah, I have a bad back and a bad neck." So even though she's not deemed by having a paper sign and a decal made, she is in some form of fashion deemed handicapped because it's an injury that she should not be picking up 20, 30, 40 pound things of bottled water. So I helped her. And the funny thing was, I had a pop up a couple of days later, and that same person came running towards us, our setup, and she provided a donation. And she was like, "Thank you, because aren't you the person that helped me with the water?" And it was like a full circle type thing. And but to the fundraiser thing, I did the 100 shirts, but I only got 14. And the only reason I even got the 14 in order to complete the portion of having the shirts being sent out, I had to buy the shirts myself. I am still going to see if I can get anyone to donate by purchasing the shirt so that I can continue with our venture of giving out the Visa cards to help other patients like myself. But it was just weird. And like, so I think two, not, and this doesn't count the 7 shirts that were purchased. I had to buy 7 shirts myself in order to get the other shirts to be sent out to the other people that bought the shirts. I think it was like 200 to $230 worth of money that I had to put in myself. I felt bad at first, but then I thought about it. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it, because if it takes me putting in my blood, sweat, and tears and money in my own support towards my own community, I don't care. It's because I know that I am doing what I am doing to help, not to benefit off of anybody. And that is more important to me. So if I have to sit and spend my hard or earn money in order to provide assistance for somebody else, and I can go on with how this person was stating, um, they found over time with pressure from society, social media, and other outside factors, people were choosing to switch off and concern themselves less and less with others with MS and other diseases. Again, I go back to, there's always a push, I mean, a hard push when it comes down to breast cancer. And don't get me wrong, I don't want nobody that's had breast cancer to come at me or whatever. Facebook, don't pull my thing, because I'm not saying anything bad about breast cancer, because it's very important. I just had an auntie, actually 2 aunties, that just are in remission right now. So I know how serious that is, but our situation is serious as well. And the only thing is, you're not seeing Well, my hair has falling out if you see my bald head, but it's not due to MS. I don't think. Maybe I can claim that. Maybe people believe, hey, MS is so bad. I got a clown haircut. Yeah, maybe folks are so, that's on a funny note, but no, serious. It's it's a sad situation that we can't speak up because we're too scared that no one is going to listen. I think that is more of the reason why we don't say anything, or better yet, that we may not be in a situation to where we're in a wheelchair or grabbing a walker or having to use a cane or maybe a cane, but we're in a job where if we sit and just disclose a full-fledged description of what's going on with MS and why I may have to take the day off because I'm just having a bad day, people are being let go. And maybe not now with what's going on with COVID. And if that person with MS is vaccinated, they may have a job longer than a person that's not being vaccinated. But with all jokes aside, it's still sad that we're unable, we're too scared, we're silenced. Even those that advocate with these companies have to sign papers. And the most important thing is the monetary value of the money that they're raising. Again, like I stated earlier, I'm not saying that some of these companies are not helping, because I have been helped by the MS Foundation and the MS Society. But you do so, I mean, you also have to understand these people are not only raising money to possibly help people, but they're raising money that supposedly is going into the research of all these other medications. But some of these people are being pocketed as well. I mean, some of the money is being pocketed as well. Am I telling you not to trust these bigger companies? No, I am not saying that. What I'm really wanting to say is, just because, that don't mean that you can't say anything. I'm not talking about people that are actually signing these contracts to be gagged. I feel for you. I'm saddened because of that. But majority of us, if not most, have not signed any agreements to not talk about what's going on with us. We choose not to. We have silenced ourselves due to being judged, due to the fact that we still want to continue to go back to where we used to be, not being this. But I've also realized that even though the research is going on, do you not understand that also more research can be um, created off of us speaking out and allowing people to see exactly what's going on with us instead of hiding in the darkness? And actually, my previous episode that I had, I want to say last Monday, and we talked about how changing doctors. If you go to your doctor and your doctor is sitting up here telling you that it's all in your head, which MS is in your head, but you're trying to get them to understand that something's going on and you need help, and that doctor is not hearing you and is downplaying what's going on with you, by all means, get you a second opinion. Heck, and if it gets to the point, to find you another doctor. And you have people, I don't want to go through starting over with another. To be honest, that is an excuse that we give ourselves. But then we complain constantly about this is not going right. Why is this happening? So just going to end it with it like that. Um, Pleading for those that continue to be silenced about what's going on with their multiple sclerosis, but they're looking for help. They're looking for their doctors to understand what's going on because they're in pain and whatnot. Get a second opinion. Speak up. Stop being silent. don't wait for another person to break down the barrier. Because even though another person may be doing that, disease is so big that it's going to take more than just a few people to stand up and say, hey, MS has multiple faces. It's not just one face. And until we show that, people are still going to always look at us and our disease as a background. And there are people fighting for us. There are some doctors out there that are actually seriously doing research, but it's not a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not a lot. I've talked to too many people that have told me about what doctors have said, and it's a lot. So I'm not telling you to be me. I'm not telling you to be the next person. But I am saying until we start voicing and stepping out on whatever form of faith that you have, and understand that until we show, how is someone going to believe or how is someone going to know? Because we can ask people to go research all day long. People are not going to pick up something unless it happens to them personally. That doesn't mean that we cannot sit and advocate and preach about it, because we need to. So, with that being said, I shall continue the original title next week. I am going to do a poster for it and see if anyone wants to come on. And so you guys have a nice day, and Jadim, love you so very much. Bye bye.